Hey everybody, it's me, Toddy Waddy. I'm back. But anyways, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate anybody who's coming by to watch this. I decided to make a Guild Wars 2 video. It's a great game, very underrated. I do think so. I've had this game for several years now, and I've been playing it on and off ever since. It's a great game. It's a one-time buy. You buy it, and it's no reoccurring subscription. You just have it. Great MMO, great online game, thriving community, great economy system. It's a great game. So I just wanted to make a quick video on it. Something I've been wanting to do for a while. Something on my bucket list. But before we get further into that, if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. I post interesting gaming videos. I also post technology related videos. I'm very interested in information technology, so that's kind of what I'm about here. I'm also trying to make my channel an information hub, essentially. So if you have any specific questions or want to know how something's done or works that's like information technology related with, computers and such, feel free to subscribe and post in the discussion area or shoot me a message directly. If it's something that can, cover enough content, I might even make a video about it. So we can have a discussion about that. So anyways, I hope to see you there. And to get back on to Guild Wars 2, yep, I'm just going to post, show you guys a bunch of badass content of things that I like a lot about it. And yeah, it's just a game I really think it's worth looking into. So hope you guys enjoy. Give me a yee! Guild Wars 2 is well known for their PvP content. In particular, they have a good reputation for their world versus world game mode. This game mode is a lot of fun. It's massive at scale online player versus player content. It tends to be hundreds of players versus hundreds of players, and you all just work together for team-based objectives for the overall victory. People tend to run in big packs, and there's also everybody that runs in their small packs, where you can all do, small things to contribute to the overall effort to win. I'm a big fan of this game mode. I like it a lot. Something else worth noting is their other smaller game modes, such as their what you would expect as arena, 3v3, 5v5, for smaller, more coordinated teams. Okay, very quite competitive. Something else worth noting is the weapon sets you can switch between. As you can see right now, I'm a warrior, and I was just running with a rifle. You can switch at any time from melee to range. I really like this aspect a lot. As a warrior, in games, MMOs in particular, everybody has experience, getting kited by some ranger or whatever. It's awesome. If you get them down to low health, you can switch and finish the job with your rifle. I like that a lot. The next thing I wanted to mention was Guild Wars 2 PvE content. I think Guild Wars 2 doesn't get quite enough credibility for their great PvE content. The mechanics are actually fairly complex at times, and you have to have fairly coordinated efforts with your team in order to overcome many of these fights. And I like that a lot. In my opinion, World of Warcraft has been dumbed down over the years, where things have just been aimed at towards a certain age group of people who want gameplay to just be super easy, and just all challenge has been taken away. Nothing weeds out the good players from the bad. I think Guild Wars 2 is really good about this. That element's still alive, and I love that about this game. And again, these fractals are really fun. They're progression based. You can just run waves and waves, and they get harder and harder, but the loot gets better and better, and the story is great.
Faster!
Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with their PvE content. They have a lot of fun boss fights and raids where the mechanics are pretty interesting. There's just enough going on to keep the fight interesting, and if you're not paying attention, you're gonna die. So the challenge is there. I like that a lot. And the fractals and raids always end nicely. This game is very generous about awarding loot. This game is honestly loot freaking galore, so you'll have endless amounts of loot to sort through and sell. I like that a lot. Always keeps you busy with something else and constantly making money.
Holy shit, what is this?
Something else that I really enjoy about Guildwars 2 is their open world, events. Their random events. As you're adventuring throughout Guildwars 2, there's just, there'll be random objectives that are triggered just as you're moving and adventuring throughout the day. These events are just randomly occurring and they're always available, and they're a great way to meet other players. Other players are constantly do them, and they'll gang a party up together and just grind out a bunch of these random objectives and tasks. They award you with achievement points, and the more achievement points you get, you get awarded with unique progression-based items, and the awards are quite good. You can get good weapons, nice.
I'm so confused.
Very good weapons, rare crafting materials, and even legendary crafting materials and items.
Power flows through.
Oh, fuck. These dudes are pounding on him.
I just think Guild Wars 2 does a really good job about doing things to keep its players actively engaged with each other. As you can see, people throughout the world will just randomly do these things, do these objectives together. And it's just a great way to meet players and just jump straight into action. I think it's something that makes this game stand out from others, or that ArenaNet has done a very good job on. ArenaNet has developed a very good player-driven economy system for Guild Wars 2. This here is the Black Lion Trading Company. It's the auctioning system, basically. It's a very good system that they developed. You can buy and sell anything instantly. There are options to not do it instantly if you want to make more money, but however, I'm very happy with their player-driven economy system. Another thing that I really love about Guild Wars 2 are their mount varieties. As you can see here, I'm kind of riding a Raptor. There are 3 main mounts that you can use in Guild Wars 2 right now. That's like a quick ground mount like the Raptor, then there's the jumping mount, which is basically a rabbit or kangaroo type thing, and then there's this other mount called a skimmer that it kind of floats like 5 feet above the ground. It's like a stingray basically, but and it can glide. But they each have their unique abilities, and I think that's something really cool. I like it a lot. And something simple that I like a lot about Guild Wars are just their great cinematics. I mean, look how beautiful this game is. Their graphics are great. I really like the little discovery points you can do that show all these cool cinematics. The graphics in this game are just solid, and I really enjoy these little things like this. Just make this game stand out. And there's a lot of little things like that. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed my Guild Wars 2 video. Like I said, this is a bucket list item of a video I've been wanting to make for a while that I just haven't taken the time to do yet. But it's a game that I really think is worth looking into. Like I mentioned earlier, it's a one-time buy. There is no recurrent subscription, so once you got it, you got all the content and all the fun is there. It's a game that I've had for several years now, and it's always a good time spender. You know, it's one of those games you play, and before you know it, a couple of hours have passed just because of all the fun you're having. Okay, and again, guys, thank you so much for coming by my channel and checking out my videos. If you enjoyed, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more upcoming and greater content.